This is my hammer for tonight, guys. Meeting come to order, please. My assistant here failed to locate the toolbox, I guess. Roll call. Press your present button, please. Record the roll. Thank you. Staff announcements.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. We have several announcements. First of all, item 17 has been withdrawn. Secondly, we've had a request for 2 non-agenda items, one of which has to do with the Hillsborough Cove subdivision. A month or so back, they managed to remove a buffer area of existing vegetation, and we have since gone back and restated a bond amount, and that's what we'd like to do, is go on and add to that bond amount. And second is a concept plan for Kevin and Janet Lee small major subdivision. The staff would like to, with this commission's indulgence, to consider those 2 items at the end of the meeting.
We'll add those after agenda item 18 before the closed session without objection. Any objection? Any? Okay, we're good.
And finally, you might note Sheila Myers is not with us tonight. Her father passed away yesterday afternoon, and I know on your behalf, I want to extend our sympathies to Sheila and her family.
Thank you.
Other than that, Mr. Chairman, have no other announcements.
Thank you, sir. Consideration of minutes of June 12, 14. Any changes or corrections?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Prepare to vote. Vote now. Record it. Motion carries. Thank you. Any old business?
No, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Consideration of the consent agenda. It's agenda items 3 through 14. Anyone wish to pull one for separate consideration, please say so now. Otherwise, we'll take it as a whole. Which one?
Item 10.
Item 10. Okay. Anyone else? Staff?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We'll begin with item 3, Arrington Vineyard Rural Retreat Maintenance Bond for Landscaping, $28,000. Recommendation, release the bond. Item 4, Chardonnay Section 3 Maintenance Bond for Wastewater Collection, $15,480. Recommendation, extended current amount for a period of 1 year. Item 5, Chardonnay Section 3 Maintenance Bond for Roads, Drainage, and Erosion Control, $130,000. Recommendation, extended current amount for a period of 1 year. Item 6, Chardonnay Section 4 Maintenance Bond for Water, $6,050. Recommendation, defer until the September 14 meeting. Item 7, Chardonnay Section 4 Maintenance Bond for Wastewater Collection System, $12,210. Recommendation, extended current amount for a period of 1 year. Item 8, Chardonnay Section 4 Maintenance Bond for Roads, Drainage, and Erosion Control, $100,000. Recommendation, extended current amount for a period of 1 year. Item 9, Chardonnay Section 5 Performance Bond for Water, $15,000. Recommendation, release the bond. Dropping down to item 11, King's Chapel Section 4 Maintenance Bond for Roads, Drainage, and Erosion Control, $110,000. Recommendation, extended current amount for a period of 1 year. Item 12, Stag's Leap Section 3B Performance Bond for Roads, Drainage, and Erosion Control, $379,000. Recommendation, convert to maintenance in the amount of $180,000 and extend for a period of 1 year. Item 13, The Grove Section 4 Performance Bond for Water, $20,000. Recommendation, release this bond on July 19, 2014. And item 14, Watkins Creek Section 5 Maintenance Bond for Water, $17,500. Recommendation, release the bond.
Thank you, sir. Your motion?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Prepare to vote. Vote now. Record. Motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item 10, Hopewell Ridge Section 1 Maintenance Bond for Road Drainage and Erosion Control, $60,000. Staff recommendation is to extend in the current amount for a period of 1 year. Mr. Crohan?
What is the schedule for the paving at this point?
I spoke with the developer a week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago, and he has indicated that between October and December, before the end of this paving season. And we have told him that we expected it to be completed before the end of this paving season.
Would it be possible for us to have a report back on the paving of that?
Yes, sir. I would say maybe the December meeting.
Thank you.
Anything else, Don?
No, sir, that'll do it. Thank you.
Thank you. There a motion on that one?
I move we accept staff's recommendation.
Would that be with the stipulation we come back in December?
With the stipulation that the staff report back in December's meeting.
Why don't we make that November, Don, if you don't?
November, okay,
Yeah, before it gets too late.
okay.
No
And
problem.
November to the status of the paving.
Thank you. Motion made, seconded. Further discussion? Vote now. Record it. She's finally figured out how to operate this system, you know? Good girl. The motion carries. Thank you. Presentation of agenda item 15. The final plat review for Misty Meadow Acres, large lot easement subdivision containing 3 lots on 15 acres located off Long Lane in the 4th voting district. Staff?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The property in question is approximately 15 acres in size and is located off Long Lane, approximately 2/3 of a mile west of its intersection with Goosey Hill Road. The applicant is requesting approval of a large lot easement subdivision in order to create 3 lots on a 50-foot ingress, egress, and utility easement. The site generally slopes upward from the southeast to the northwest, with the steeper slopes primarily relegated to the northwest corner of the site. Approximately 30% of the site is covered in tree canopy, and these areas are also primarily concentrated in the northeast corner of the site. All natural resources required to be protected are located outside of building envelopes per ordinance requirements. The applicant is proposing on-site septic systems for the lots, and at the time of this writing, the Department of Sewage Disposal Management is reviewing this request. Water will be provided by HB and TS Utility District from a 6-inch water line located along Long Lane. As no fire hydrants are proposed and none are currently located within 500 feet of the building envelopes, the building envelopes have been separated by 200 feet. The plat is in order and staff recommends approval subject to the following. Number 1, a notice of coverage issued by TDEC will be required prior to the signing of the plat. Number 2, a land disturbance permit must be obtained for the overall development. And 3, driveway and drainage infrastructure must be complete prior to issuance of building permits. And one additional item, Mr. Chairman, the Department of Sewage Disposal Management has approved the request.
Thank you, sir. Any questions for staff? Comment? Jack?
I have a question, and this bothers me on some of these. I noticed there's another one there, and my question is, no fire hydrants. Whose decision is that? Is that HB&TS? Is there not enough water flow to have fire hydrants there, or does the builder?
It will be up to the water district to put in fire hydrants, I believe. The subdivision regulations will allow you to not have fire hydrants provided that you separate the building envelopes by 200 feet.
I just think one day that's problematic.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with it, I think there should be a fire hydrant.
Pay me now or pay me later, Jack?
Sir?
Pay me now or pay me later?
I understand.
Any other comments? There a motion? Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Prepare to vote. Vote now. Record it. Motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item 16. Final plat review for Brenda Floyd Lovett subdivision containing 6 lots on 31 acres located off of Hugh Daly Covington Road in the 5th voting district. Staff?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The property in question is approximately 31 acres in size and is located off Udaly Covington Road. The applicant is requesting approval of a large lot easement subdivision in order to create 6 lots. 1 lot will have public road frontage and 5 will take their access from a 50-foot ingress, egress, and utility easement. The site gradually slopes upward from the east to the west. Approximately 10% of the site is under tree canopy in a ring around the northern end of the property. All natural resources required to be protected are located outside of building envelopes per ordinance requirements. The applicant is proposing on-site septic systems for the lots, and the Department of Sewage Disposal Management has approved this request. Water will be provided by Nolensville College Grove Utility District from a 6-inch water line located along Udaly Covington Road. As no fire hydrants are proposed and none are currently located within 500 feet of the building envelopes have been separated by 200 feet. The plat is in order, and staff recommends approval subject to the following. 1, a notice of coverage issued by TDEC will be required prior to the signing of the plat. Number 2, a land disturbance permit must be obtained for the overall development. And number 3, driveway and drainage infrastructure must be complete prior to issuance of building permits.
Thank you, sir. Questions, staff? Comments? Thoughts? Motion? Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Prepare to vote. Vote now. Record it. Motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item 17 is withdrawn. Agenda item 18, establishment of a landscaping bond for Vintage Construction located on Horton Highway in the 5th Voting District. Staff?
On June 26th, the Board of Zoning Appeals approved a special use permit for the operation of a construction office on the subject property, and a site plan for the use has been reviewed by staff. However, due to the cost of installing the required landscaping and pursuant to Section 16.07 of the zoning ordinance, the landscaping bond must be established by the Planning Commission prior to final site plan approval by staff. Staff recommends the establishment of a performance bond for landscaping in the amount of $26,100.
Thank you, sir. The motion? Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Prepare to vote. Vote now. Record it. Motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item, this was our added agenda items. First one is Hillsborough Cove performance bond for landscaping. Staff?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and you have a staff report in front of you. It's titled Non-Agenda Item 1. In April of this year, this body established a performance bond for landscaping improvements in the amount of $38,350. A letter of credit serving as surety for these improvements was posted on April 22, 2014. The applicant has since removed some vegetation that was required to be retained within a required buffer. As a result of this violation, the county required the applicant to submit a revised landscaping plan depicting additional trees and shrubs necessary to reestablish the buffer. Accordingly, the performance bond will need to be revised upward to reflect this additional plant material. Staff recommends this bond be increased to $47,700.
This is the total,
Yes, sir.
including the $38,350?
Yes, sir.
So it didn't have much to start with, then, did it? mean-
That's correct. It's going from
38 to 47?
38.3 to 47.7.
Yeah, thank you. Questions of staff? Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Prepare to vote. Vote now. I jinxed you. Susan? Pete? Try it again, Bubby. Pete? Try it again, please. You're in. Record it. Motion carries. Thank you again. Hillsborough Cove, second non-agenda item 2, concept plan review for Kevin Lee and wife Janet Lee subdivision, small major, containing 4 lots on 12.11 acres located off Giles Hill Road in the 2nd voting district. Staff?
The applicant is requesting concept plan review for this 4-lot traditional subdivision in the Rural Development 1 zoning district. A review of a concept plan, previously referred to as a sketch plan, is the first stage in the development approval process. Such a request requires no formal action by this body. The site totals approximately 12 acres and is located on the southeast corner of Giles Hill Road and Arno-Allisona Road. It gradually slopes upward from the southeast to the northwest. Access to Lot 1, which fronts both Giles Hill Road and Arno-Allisona Road, will be taken from Giles Hill Road because the Williamson County zoning ordinance requires access for lots in a major subdivision to be from a local road. Nolensville College Grove Utility District will provide water service to this site, while wastewater will be handled via individual septic systems. The final plat must address the following. 1, access to Lot 1 shall be from Giles Hill Road rather than from Arno-Allisona Road. And number 2, submission of the approved final plat in DWG format on recordable media based on the Tennessee State Plane Coordinate System prior to signature and recording of the plat.
Thank you, sir. There's not a vote required, but if there's any discussion or comments for staff's benefit, we would appreciate it now. Any?
Going to be off of Giles, the road frontage, not Allisonian Road?
Access will have to be off Giles Hill Road for Lot 1.
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments? Thank you. Agenda item 19, closed session. I appreciate all of you joining us. I know you've had fun. Doesn't look like it. We are back in open session. Any other matters come before tonight?
We all good? Okay, we are good.
We are back in session. Any other business? We are adjourned. Thank you.